Hi, my name is Max, and this is my response for CCR question 1. My product is a film opening, and the genre is a horror slasher film. In my film, I used a lot of classic horror conventions, but I also made choices that give it a more modern feel. The first convention I used is the killer's POV shot. In many horror movies like Halloween, the opening scene is filmed from the killer's perspective. This makes the audience feel uncomfortable because they are seeing everything through the murderer's eyes. In my film, the opening shot is handheld and shows the killer slowly opening the house door and walking inside. I followed this convention on purpose because it builds suspense right away. It makes the audience feel like they are part of something wrong, which creates tension and fear. The second convention I used is isolating characters and building suspense before the attack. In films like Scream, characters are separated before something bad happens. In my film, Max leaves the house to go get food, which leaves Angel alone. Once Angel is alone, he starts hearing noises and goes to investigate. I used handheld camera shots and slow movement to make the audience nervous. When Angel hears the loud noise and checks the room, the tension builds, because viewers expect something to happen. The effect is suspense. The audience knows the killer is there, but Angel doesn't. The third convention I used is the shock, reveal, and cliffhanger ending, which is common in slasher films like Friday the 13th. After Angel hears something and turns around, the camera cuts away before we fully see what happens. Then Max comes home and finds Angel dead in the pool. The camera shows Max's shocked face, then reveals the killer standing behind him with the knife raised. I used a cut right before the attack to create a cliffhanger. This makes the audience want to keep watching because they don't know what happens next. Now for representation. The social group represented in my film is teenage boys. In many horror movies, teenagers are shown as careless, distracted, or not taking danger seriously. In my film, Max and Angel are just normal teenagers playing video games and talking about being hungry. This makes them relatable and realistic. I used camera work and mise-en-scène to shape this representation. The casual dialogue, like "damn bro, I'm hungry," makes them seem like regular high school students. Their clothing is normal and simple, not exaggerated. The over-the-shoulder shots during the video game scene show their friendship and comfort before everything goes wrong. This makes the attack feel more shocking because it interrupts a normal moment. I also use lighting to show contrast. The inside of the house looks normal at first, but the killer is shown in darker spaces, like the closet and kitchen shadows. This visually separates teenagers from the danger. The handheld camera movements during the killer's POV create chaos and make the violence feel more intense without showing too much directly. In my film, I mostly reinforce the slasher convention that teenagers are often victims, but I do it in a realistic way instead of making them seem stupid. Angel investigates the noise because it sounds like something small, like keys falling. That feels natural. This matters because horror films often shape how people view teenagers. By showing them as normal and relatable, the audience connects more emotionally when something bad happens. Overall, my horror slasher film opening uses classic conventions like killer POV shots, isolation, suspenseful pacing, and cliffhanger endings. At the same time, it represents teenage boys in a realistic and relatable way. This makes the film feel traditional to the genre, but still engaging for a modern audience. Thank you.